I just say thank you to Terry Lowe for launching this properly, and thank you, Jesse, to his hat.
Oh my gosh, Terry, sure? You positive?
That's Terry, by the way, I'm Shelly when it comes to my Starbucks. Okay, Terry.
We found out this morning that Shelly is incredibly bougie when it comes to how she gets her Starbucks.
I'm sorry. When I get a Starbucks, I want an actual Starbucks. I don't want a ripped off Starbucks.
Yeah, it's
he doesn't want a Starbucks costume.
No.
On someone. She wants an
Target employee.
Barista. Yeah.
I don't want them to be like, hey, we're going to go ahead and take you out of the Joanna Gaines section here. Take off your red polo and put on this green apron. That's not how it works. Starbucks employees like working at Starbucks. They choose to work at Starbucks. Everybody at the satellite things, they just think that they have been put into a position they don't want to be in.
I don't want to validate you completely, but I do want to tell you a little something about when I do something I did notice one time that made me a little uneasy when I was at the Starbucks inside the Vons by my house. They ran out of non-fat milk, and instead of the Starbucks milk ferry truck delivering the milk to the Starbucks, the lady just went around the counter to the milk section and grabbed a milk and brought it back. And
you know why? It's because she knew where the milk section was, because she probably worked there at one point in time, and then they transferred her into the Starbucks.
Yes.
But her experience in the milk department should lend to the experience of making a good coffee drink.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't. There's a level of customer service that comes with brick and mortar Starbucks versus satellite Starbucks.
That is Terry agrees with that sentiment with you, Shelly. It really is. I don't even think it has anything to do with the drink, Shelly. It has everything to do with customer service.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all.
I feel weird putting in my phone number, like, hey, go ahead and put in your customer number or whatever. Like at Vons, how I type it in to get my 10% off my bottle of wine.
That's an added perk, Shelly. It's not a bad thing.
But what does it do? It doesn't do anything.
I will say that there's probably a different anxiety to a person in the middle of a grocery shopping trip. So the whole dynamic is probably changed because you have like a stressed out person that has a list and they probably have 30 minutes to shop, or maybe they're late, or maybe they're just grabbing something. And so you're adding that to the get in the Starbucks line thing.
Well,
probably just in general creates a different vibe.
If you're stressed about the amount of time you have to shop, why are you getting in the Starbucks line to begin with? It's called priorities, people. You're not prioritizing your time properly.
I so don't prioritize any of my time properly.
Hold on. Amir's checking in from Israel, guys. Wow, we are getting worldwide with this.
Here is my one other quick thing I want to say.
Hold that thought. Yeah, I did the same thing, Jesse. I was like, how do I get this on?
My hat is so crazy. I can't even put my headphones on.
I know. I watched you struggle, and I tried to with mine as well.
God, it's that was Hootie and the Blowfish wrapping up the 90s at 9 on Star 94.1, and we just kicked off our Friday stream. If you want to jump on, see how the studio looks, we're all broadcasting here from our separate rooms, and it's Crazy Hat Day.
It's Hat Hair Day too, right now.
Look at my hair; looks so bad. I had to take my crazy hat off because I can't put my headphones on. What did you get? Describe my hat, if you guys could.
It's so much fun.
It's about 2.5 feet tall.
Yep.
It's green.
It's about world domination.
Thank you. That's what I was going for with this hat.
It looks like it. It also looks like it might squeeze your head just a little bit.
It's my son's.
Okay.
So it's tight. Kind of like the face masks I've been wearing lately into Vons. They're kid sizes, and people think that I am a giant boob and too small of a bikini. It's the same kind of vibe.
That is a great description. Thank you for that.
Right, because that is what my face mask looks like, is the dumb kids ones.
TatiandTati.com. Hang out with us on our stream.
Yeah, it's happening right now. You can see the hat that I'm talking about. I don't want to give it away. And I don't want to talk about Tati's hat that is my favorite hat that she has, because it's a very safe hat. But Crazy Hat Day is on. And producer Shelly, it's very safe. I love safety.
You're right.
JesseandTati.com. You'll see everything going on right there. We're going to play more star music next if you want to hang out for Ava Max and Travie McCoy.
Oh, I do have a hat.
We back.
You guys. I do have a hat. I totally forgot.
Let's see it.
And it's all courtesy of our boss, because he knows I'm all about Team Wang.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yes. Jackson Wang?
Jackson Wang. And he's brought this to me last week, and it's in here, so I can wear this and represent Team Wang. While.
You better sell that on eBay right after you get off That's a
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would be-
it smells like me after this.
Hey, that's the best. Wait, is it
All right,
crocheted?
Do you guys, if our listeners don't have any questions on life and what's going on, do you guys want to give your review of the Demi Lovato documentary and the 2 episodes you've seen so far?
Yes. I do want to say one last thing about the Starbucks thing, and then I'll drop it, is how the hell are you going to drink it? Chris makes a good point. Can't drink it with your mask on. And not only that, I also don't like when people eat the grapes at a grocery store before they buy them. And I feel like it kind of falls into the same category with getting a Starbucks at the grocery store. I don't like when people are eating at the grocery store.
Actually, I don't think I've ever bought a Starbucks coffee at Target before I went shopping. It was literally at the end where I was like, oh my God.
When your hands are full of bags, then what?
It's
You put all your bags down to pay for your coffee. Okay, now I'm done.
I use a shopping cart. But I hear you. It's a good art. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of the people that like open the bottle of water and then drink half of it and then like do their shopping trip and pay for it at the end. I think we do.
Pay for what at the end?
Say what?
When they're trying to pay for their coffee at the end and they have like 1,000,001 things in their hands.
Yeah.
The mask thing, the mask thing is the biggest thing to this that I didn't realize. So yeah, because you can't really drink your Starbucks around the grocery store unless you pull your mask off here and there.
So then you have a watered down iced coffee, or you lose all the foam in your latte.
Oh, you want to grocery out? My wife will drink her Frappuccino for up to 5 hours.
The Frappuccino with that weird
Just
layer.
totally in that regard. I will hold a coffee for so long, and then at the end of the day, I'll even throw it on ice. Like I'll be like,
"Oh, really?"
If it's just an iced coffee or a regular coffee, but that weird foam layer, that's like,
oh yeah,
yeah, man. Sometimes I'm like, so you're drinking melted, warm green tea Frappuccino. Is that what you're telling me right now, wifey? And she's like, it's all good. I love it. I'm like, wow. You just like, she loves the taste of matcha. That's like her thing. She
I put ice in my wine, so maybe she's like that kind of person too, where it doesn't matter if something gets watered down a little bit. It's still good.
You do ice in your wine? I honestly, I love ice in wine, but I feel like I've been made fun of like so many times for doing that, and beer. I take ice in beer too.
I have been ice in my wine shamed many a times over, and I'm okay with it. I'm like, I don't care. This is how I like it. I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
Shelly, you do you. You don't buy no Starbucks from no satellite place.
And there's no way she does ice in her wine either.
About you putting ice in your wine. I've already gone off on Starbucks. I can't go there with the ice and wine.
Yeah, she's gonna have a meltdown right now with this.
Okay.
My stepmom does that, and she loves herself a good bottle of Chardonnay, and I had to like, stop. I cannot condone this. Like, if it's a bottle under X amount, that's one thing, but you straight brought out the Frank family Chardonnay to put a ice cube in that. I can't with it.
You gotta freeze your grapes and use them as ice cubes. Would you be okay with that?
I would be okay with that. It's just the water diluting. If it's a good bottle of wine, the water diluting the flavor. I'll
tell you what tastes disgusting: eating a grape after it's been frozen, defrosted in your wine. Because I've tried it, and it's not. And I've even tried those fake plastic ones. You know, where you put them in because I have them in the break room too. Those fake plastic cubes that you can put in the thing so it doesn't water down your wine. It's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I agree.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's up, Bobby Holiday?
Good morning.
Is that your boyfriend?
Oh, Bobby Holiday. Is that your boyfriend?
Why is his name Bobby Holiday now?
I don't know. These are things I cannot explain, and these are things I've stopped trying to keep up with because
got him.
Bobby Holiday, huh? Explain the Bobby Holiday right now. Oh. Producer Shelly's boyfriend checking in. He is a faithful streammate. Our significant others, Tati, must have other things going on or something because they are never in here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of miss it, but it's like it's okay, guys. I know you guys are like. Actually, you know what? I'm a little disappointed because my husband is on spring break, so he probably should.
He absolutely should be.
Dang.
That just tells me he doesn't get notifications, guys.
Oh yeah, he must not. He did
notifications.
He did not turn our notifications on.
Can I tell you that he actually looked at my phone yesterday when I got home from work and was not about my notifications life. He was like, I have no notifications. The only notifications I have is for my work email and my text messages. I was like,
that is dumb. Those are the ones he shouldn't have. His work email, yes. His text messages, no.
Mr. Works 24/7.
Man. I'm like, dude, alert me when Cinnamon Toast Crunch is ready to go and they're done with the shrimp tails. Alert me when Starbucks is going to release their Taylor Swift drink. I'm like, alert me
when Cardi B just did another dance video with Megan Thee Stallion.
But do not alert me that my buddy Mad Dog wants to borrow my shovel. Like I don't need any friends hitting me up anymore. I've had enough text messages, guys. I'm all done. Only alert me to the weird stuff. It's so funny when I say that. I literally shut my alerts off on my phone, and so basically text messages and people reaching out to me is on my time. Like twice a day, I'll just get on my phone and go, "Who's been texting me?" Because I don't have alerts. Oh, okay.
That's why I call you if I really need to get a hold of you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know, like half the time you don't see the text messages that I send. So
yeah, because with that theory there, it's so easy to open up my phone, have 10 text messages, and me get to 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe because I've been waiting 6 hours to look at my phone. But I'm telling you right now, guys, if you want a life and you want to free yourself from the anxiety, turn off your text notifications.
Wow,
put texting on your time.
It's so funny that you'd say that about turning off notifications on your phone. I wonder if anybody else on here is going to hear that right now.
Yeah. Be a little bit more present, huh?
So your argument to whoever it is the same argument I've been given.
You have a queen of notifications. You have an alarm for your notifications, like an alarm that a notification is about to start. Like,
yes, I'm that annoying person. Mara was like, seriously? Really? What is this? Twitter?
Well, that one day you left your phone here, it was freaking me out. I thought I was going crazy with the amount of chirps and tings and pings and dongs and bongs that were coming out of that fucking room over there.
My phone will all day long. It's like that. Ding, 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 which is why I have to turn off the fucking sound thing, and then that's why I have alarms, because I turn off the sound so I don't hear any notifications.
So you set alarms to remind you to look at your notifications?
I set alarms, like I have a 7:20 that always comes up at 7:20, and it says this is the best because it doesn't happen every day, even with the alarm. I set an alarm and it says social post.
Oh my God. It sounds exhausting to have all that shenanigans going on.
It is. You know why it's exhausting? Because it's expected, and it's called pressure, and I hate pressure. And I schedule my pressure points. My pressure points.
I was going to say, don't you see what you're doing to yourself? Like, are you listening?
But you know what, though? The minute you don't, and the minute now you're slacking, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. This is why you are you, right? Because this is what you do. So why are you not doing what you do? It's like, did I ever occur to you that I used to do this without the expectation, and when you made it expected, now it fucking sucks? Ooh,
yeah, the forced creativity is rough in 2021, man. It's rough.
Okay, let's stop, because I already know there's certain people on this. Okay, let's go. Dongs and bongs. Terry Lowe is now making albums for us too.
Dongs and bongs.
The minute the word dong came out, I knew Thor was going to be like, oh, he was like, that's like Pavlovian for him, like dong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's when he signed on. He heard that's his notification.
Yeah. So Thor is the admin of our Streammates Facebook group. It's called Streammates of Jesse and Tati. If anybody wants to join it, you are more than welcome to.
There's a group? Excuse me, what?
You didn't know that there's a Facebook group now? There was the Facebook group chat that has now gone over to a page, a full Facebook page.
I think you guys mentioned this, but I wasn't sure that it was open to folks.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I should post the video of me giving Jared the kazoo yesterday on the Facebook. I'll put it in there right now.
Is this one more thing I'm going to need to put notifications for? Because at this
oh my God.
I'm at capacity.
Because they like to activate at about 10 o'clock at night. So as you're trying to fall asleep, that's when the conversation starts, and that's when the notifications start showing up on the phone.
I feel like I was already told I have way too many notifications, so I might have to X-nay. You guys have fun, okay?
I want to keep tabs, but it always happens right when I'm going to bed.
We're gonna go a real. Hey, by the way, we're gonna do a. We'll talk about this on the radio here in a couple of minutes. But anyone in that's a streammate, if you know somebody with a baby in their life, 0 to 12 months or 12 to 24 months, we're doing 2 different $1,000 prizes for the cutest baby. We call it Star Baby. It's basically a contest where you send in your photo, get all your friends and family to vote for you. Highest votes win.
Super cute kid.
Yeah, we just need you to upload your photo at voteforbaby.com. So if you know anyone, tell them. I actually have a little we have a how old is he now? He's born in we have a little 3-month-old little boy in Natalie's family. Her cousin Brent had a little he is like so cute with his little smiles. So she needs to send that in.
I love it that it's till 24 months old, because after that the cute is left the building. Oh my.
Then they're just no, I'm not comfortable at all, Mel. My head feels like it's stuck in this thing.
I just realized that he is giving birth to your head.
I feel like the part in Ace Ventura when he's coming out of the rhino and he's all sweaty. No, puppies do not count, Jared. You cannot do puppies. Hey, were you guys turned on by Travis McCoy back in the day?
I thought he was kind of hot.
Yeah.
I think I met him and I was like, oh wow, yeah, you're cute even in person.
Yeah. What does everybody think about Travis McCoy? We're playing Billionaire right now on Star 94.1, and I have a person in my life who's absolutely obsessed with him. She has a painting of him in her house that I think he painted. Oh man, I don't know the story behind it. I forgot. I was there when she got it. But anyways, she is absolutely obsessed with Travis McCoy. Anybody else?
I don't know if I'm obsessed with him, but he was definitely.
I'll tell you a good Travis McCoy story that features Katy Perry. Let me slide my hair over really quick. So I was hosting a concert in LA one time. That didn't work.
That didn't work at all.
So I was hosting a concert in LA one time, and Travis McCoy was performing, and this was before Katy Perry was a big deal. She was actually his girlfriend at the time, and she didn't have not one song out or anything. But she was starting to be someone that the music industry knew about. Obviously, she was trying to get on. She was already signed, all that stuff. Anyways, that was his girlfriend. So they're like, yo, do you want to go back and talk to Gym Class Heroes really quick? Tell them how you're going to bring them out or ask them how they want to, blah, blah, blah. They do that to us radio peeps before most of these shows. So I go backstage and I walk in this room, and it's a really big dressing room because Gym Class Heroes had everybody, 5 or 6 guys in that crew, and each one of them had like a +1 with them. So it's just like a lot of people. And I walk in, and the record label guy was like, hey, Travis, this is Jesse. He's going to bring you out on stage, blah, blah, blah. Travis was holding a huge bong with a bunch of ice cubes in it. He was like, ripping off the bong. He takes the bong, hands it to the girl sitting next to him, which was a then pre-famous Katy Perry. She holds the bong, hangs out. I think she may have took a rip or two. That's not confirmed. Do not take that anywhere from this stream. And actually, I don't remember what she was doing, but she definitely was holding it. And he like stood up, shook my hand, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna come out. So we say this ahead of time, blah, 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 and then walk out of the room. And so then when Katy Perry finally got famous, or when she had I Kissed a Girl, I remember seeing the video and going, hey, that's the girl. That was Travis McCoy's bong holder. I remember her. She was the one that held the bong in the room. It was like such a weird connect. But
have you guys ever tried ice cubes in the bong?
Say what?
Have you ever tried ice cubes in the bong?
Yeah, of course.
Ice cubes in a bong? No. How does that feel?
It like legit makes it feel cooler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it's funny to look back at that now and look at Katy Perry, who just signed a $168 million deal to do a Vegas residency once things fire back up.
Everyone starts somewhere, and you're not. Everyone starts somewhere, and you're never conscious of who you're going to be, and you don't know who you're going to be. So you're not watching your moves that are going to be deemed unsavory. So that's definitely those moments where it's like you don't know that that's going to be something.
Totally. And it's just kind of fun to see a person go from just like, oh, normal, just like all of us, hanging out backstage with a friend that they know that's really super famous and good at something. And then she turns her life into this crazy thing where she's like almost, an iconic pop figure. And where's Travis? Like what happened to Travi? Just off the. It's just like so weird how it just like shifts and plays out like that. Just totally nuts.
Yeah.
See you, Antonio. Marco. Love you, boy.
Marco.
No bongs for me ever in my life. All right. Ice cubes make it cold. My throat likes the heat.
Can
Really?
I plug since we're talking about marijuana? And
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Talk about who you spoke with yesterday.
Thank you. Real quick. I'm posting it to Jesse and Tati on the story. So make sure you're following us on Instagram at Jesse and Tati. But yeah, look up Greenish Vibes.
Oh yeah. How was your thing yesterday? I didn't check in. How was it?
All good. It was good. It was good. She has a event. Danica has an event in Palm Spring. So Palm Spring is turning into the place where people have their events.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what I'm hearing.
Heard where people are having like, right now people are like, oh, we don't do events, but
they do out there now. Yeah, they
Spring,
figured it out. And here's how I know. I'm getting a lot of bookings on my Airbnbs out there for like way down the road, like end of summer, September, October, November, and they all have the same story. Like, hey, we're excited to stay in your home. We're in town for a wedding, and I'm thinking, dude, weddings have been on hold, especially big weddings, for a really, really long time. So as things are ramping up, weddings are being planned like crazy right now,
right?
Because people have been trying to get them in and stuff like that. So I think that you're right, man. The desert out there, if they're letting them do stuff and what I mean,
outdoors and a lot of the hotels are accommodating too. Then this one is at a resort. This one's at isn't
it like a retreat? Is it a retreat or an event?
It's like a cannabis friendly retreat, like resort too. Like it's a.
Well, I saw when you make reference to Vegas that so Life is Beautiful is going to be back and Billie Eilish is headlining that. Then ECD is trying to make EDC. Obviously, I'm hip. EDC is going to happen in May. They just put paperwork in like yesterday for that to be pushed through for May. Plus the one of the event venues out there, one of the convention centers has launched starting in June, a whole list of conventions that are coming back to Vegas come June. So,
oh, wow. It's about to be on, guys. I really hope that I know that not everybody wants to get a vaccine, but sadly, it's the only reason why this is happening. So I hope we get even more vaccines out there. So even if this variant kicks in, it doesn't affect us.
So I learned yesterday in that interview that San Diego outdoor events are still happening. They were still happening this entire, because I asked her, so are you just traveling everywhere to throw these events? And she's like, no, we've had them in San Diego too. And I was like,
why is she having them in San Diego?
They're outdoors. I mean, as long as you're outdoors, you're fine.
Yeah.
What's up, too real? You can have it. I'll leave it for you after. Dude, good to see your face in this building again, man.
Where is he?
Chilling, bro. Say hi to our streamers.
What up?
We got our whole community that we've started here since the pandemic that stream our show. We do it like twice a week.
Oh yeah.
And these people just sit here with us for an hour and we just shoot the shit. That's crazy, dude.
People are amazing. By the way, Steph, yes, let's go to Palm Springs.
Myself on mute for a second.
Up and there he goes.
Oh, okay. I thought he said we throw ourselves on mute. Steph, we should definitely go to Palm Springs.
I'm so down for a trip to Palm Springs.
Yes.
That would be
Marco, we're all paying our way.
Yeah, I know that Marco, you always figure out a way to get into something for free, but in order to make it actually happen, we're going to go ahead and book it.
Yeah, unless Cabana Boy Jeff gets us some kind of which he has done before, because that resort we were at was at the Marriott.
The JW.
Oh my gosh, that place is like,
I know.
That infinity pool. I didn't even know what an infinity pool was. I was like, infinity pool, what does it even mean? It just means if you're drunk, watch your step.
Yeah. Pretty much.
There's no distinction from the floor turns into the floor is water. Like the floor is you can walk right into a pool and everybody's gonna watch you do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
You think you're Thor? You should what? Who's that?
Nick is the buddy that Thor connected me with to fill me in on everything pickleball so that I was ready to play pickleball last weekend, which I was so very ready and so very much a fan of.
Nice. So Nick and Thor know each other.
Yes.
Okay. Like in a real life, y'all know each other.
Well, you can tell they have a bit of the same humor. So.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's that humor?
You know, the two more Thors and you can have a Thorsome.
Oh, a good Thorsome?
A good Thorsome.
Oh, man. I could never do anything like that, man. I'd be too insecure about who doesn't like me in foursome.
You don't want to be the one that doesn't get attention.
Oh, my God. Don't make me that person in a foursome. I would be, it would be a problem.
Hey, guys, can I?
Yeah. Like, guys, I'm wearing look at that stupid thong I'm wearing. You think I'm wearing this as I want to? I'm trying to stand out. How far we want to go with this conversation that's happening on our street?
No, Christina. Who cut Christina Aguilera off?
That was weird.
Who cut her off?
Man.
We're done with her genie in a bottle. JessieandTati.com, by the way.
Yeah, jump on our live stream right now. We're having some fun with our stream mates here for a few more minutes. And our stream mates, just to let you know, thank you to Thor and Antonio and CJ and Terry and Nick and all
Jared and yeah.
We have some great people that follow our live stream, and they've been doing it for a year now. We started this 1 year ago when the pandemic really kicked off. It was our way to kind of stay connected with listeners, and we've been doing the stream for a year, and we have some of the same people that sit there with us for like an hour every morning. It's really great.
We love that you guys like hang out with us while working. A lot of them are doing it while working.
I know.
We appreciate you guys.
All
this
right.
is our 1 year anniversary.
Which I just love. I can't believe we made it this long streaming and with our jobs. JessieandTati.com. You can
some credit, man.
Jump on the stream now. Just try not to get too excited. That. All right.
All right. No, Stephanie, I was not the youngest pickleballer because I played with my friend and her husband and their 2 kids. And I had to be told to ease up on the 8-year-olds. So
ease up on the 8-year-olds. You do not play sports hard against kids. That seems...
Well, here's the deal. So we were playing doubles and it was Lauren and I, and then it was Garrett and Jilly, and Jilly's the 8-year-old. And Lauren's like, oh man, like, Shell, we're going to have to I was like, all right. And the next thing you know, she's swinging on her daughter. And then Garrett's like, okay. And we were up like 9-1. And then, and then Lauren's like, ooh, I feel like we should probably ease up on Jill because there's some tears I think that are about to happen. I was like, all right, sounds good. And so, yeah, then I served and Garrett was like, really, Shelly? She's 8. And I was like, your wife is playing.
Damn, we got to bring this up next week. Someone had to tell Shelly to go easy. You're beating my daughter at sports too hard right now. Can you go easy
on the kiddos? You have to get.
Excuse me. It was her mom who started it. Okay. I was just following her lead.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. I am married to someone who says never go easy.
Oh, really?
He is not, he's like, nah, you want people to get better, you don't go easy. And I'm like, no. Kids, come on, kids. And it's like, no, that's how you get them to activate. Like kids are very like, they want to do good. So they're going to try even harder. Of course, maybe, if you ease back a little, when you see them trying really hard, then you can ease back.
And I did ease back. And I was like lobbing it to her. It's not my fault. She's not good at pickleball.
Shelly's that auntie.
Oh man, I don't even want to tell you guys how I do things. It will annoy the shit out of you.
Is it along the same lines of not correcting people?
I don't like people to feel uncomfortable. So if I'm coaching my kids and I go, all right, guys, take a lap. If I see them halfway through the lap struggling, I'm like, you guys can slow down. No big deal. Take it easy. Just make it back to me. I can see you're struggling. It's all good. I won't even let kids fulfill a full lap of running because I'm so concerned that they're uncomfortable with how much running they've done since the. I am the worst.
So here's what that leads to.
I don't like people feeling emotionally uncomfortable around me or physically.
Here's what that leads to, doing that to the kids. let's rewind to Shelly's freshman year, trying out for the soccer team. And all the girls, everybody goes out, and guess who is the second to last to roll up? And the coach right there goes, have a good day. And I was like, what are you talking about? You haven't even seen me play soccer yet, which actually at the time I was quite good at. And he looks at me, he goes, you just need to be in better shape. Bye. Because nobody pushed cardio. And I will never forget Coach Keys saying that to me and never letting
You're saying I'm doing the kids a disservice by not pushing them to do better cardio, but they're uncomfortable.
And there's a level for fun coaching, and it's a very at the level you're at right now. Just that's all that is.
Well, that's why I know my days as a coach are almost over, because I can't get these kids to that next level when they're older. I'm like not hard enough, strict enough. I just want them to go home and say they had a great time.
Yeah, you're the fun coach. You stay a fun coach.
I got to get over that, man. I just need to start being a jerk to everyone. Watch this. No, I can't.
Wow.
For one, Jesse and Tati in the morning.
We go deep.
Man, all right, we got to get off the web stream. I'm saying too much.
Why? You've been peeling back the onion this week. That's all it is.
I don't want to do that anymore.
What? Stop it. It's a good combo. JesseandTati.com. You should be on our stream. This is our 1-year anniversary.
And I actually just told our stream mates right now, I said, hey, if you want to potentially win an extra $1,000 for a kiddo in your world, I was telling them all about Star Baby presented by Sharp Mary Birch Hospital for Women and Newborns. So let's tell everybody, if you got that picture in your phone right now, the one that you've been sending across to the East Coast, and you text it to everyone you know, because it's like the perfect photo of your baby. They're smiling just right.
Yeah, voteforbaby.com, 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 submit it, and then send it back out like you normally would and say, hey, voteformybaby.com.
Yeah, send that link out and get everybody you know to try to help you win the $1,000. And this is the first time we've done 2 prizes for this. We usually just do $1,000 grand prize, but this one is going to be kind of split up between 2 different age groups, 0 to 12 months and 12 to 24 months.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have sent my photos of my kiddos.
You should post them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
As an example of here's what you could post.
All right, let's do that.
That's a good idea, Shelly, because I thought my kids aged out too, and I was like, man, I want to participate. I got a cute little.
Oh yeah, no, I got Penny when she was 2, so I think she's right there at the 23 months.
Shelly, I'm really sorry to say your cat does not qualify, but I know that.
Well, that's rude.
No puppies either.
Oh, that's like your baby. Okay, well, maybe we'll do a cat one for Shelly.
Don't say it like you feel bad for me. You always say you wish you could go home and sit on the couch and quiet, like with a cat.
You're right.
I want a cat too.
Hold on. Next week, let's trade lives. Shelly starting Monday.
Ooh, trade lives.
All right, fine. Only if I can compete with your child.
No, you have to let him win everything.
Yeah,
that's not how this anti works.
Okay, thank you. Never mind. I can't have you around him. Kings of Leon next. 24K Golden. We got a lot of good star music to play. Stay there.
And by the way, Shelly, thank you, Thor, because Thor is absolutely right. That coach was a jerk for that, because what you would do is see if that player is willing to get.
He had absolutely 0 time for me, and I'm sorry, but that kind of affected a lot of stuff for me in my life. Of like, oh well, what's the point of trying if everybody's just going to tell me I'm going to fail right off the bat?
So. That's why I love being the coach's wife, because Marvin is very go, don't, go hard. But when he tells me, I'm the one who's like, okay, hold on, skirt. We need to think about, some of these kids do not have the Marvin, I wanted to be the best basketball player in the whole wide world bone. You know what I mean? Every kid is different. They have different home lives. They have different things going on with it. And I was like, you absolutely have to see if there is some potential to want to be better, then work with them. You know what I mean? Like, but usually when you go to schools where their teams are like the best in the best, you're going to get those kind of coaches that are like, they don't even want to spend any time with you. They're like,
oh no, that was also the other thing, is that they were kind of the best of the best. So
so they already, they weren't trying to fill a spot.
Not really, but
yeah. So that's why I think that's why Jesse, you enjoy Last Chance U. That's why I enjoy Last Chance U, because I like to see places that give chances to folks who would otherwise, you know what I mean, not be looked at because of other factors in their lives. That's why I love that thing. I'm like, oh heck yeah, I was a problematic person. You know what I mean? Like, and I played volleyball and basketball, and it was always Pellegrin, get on the line.
Yeah, that was like the final, like my last straw of like, you know what? I think I'm just kind of done with athletics now. Like I've got boobs and it's hard enough to deal with the boobs in athletics that to deal with that. I was like, I'll be a cheerleader.
Wait, you went to cheerleading? Because cheerleading's athletics.
It is athletic, but we didn't have to we weren't like running up and down a field, but we were doing different kinds of athletics and stuff.
Different level. Different level.
I think you're saying that, Jesse, because a lot of people would like to argue that back in that day.
I don't know. I could do
that too. Yeah, the cheerleaders would be like, "We're athletes," and I was such a hater, Shelly. I was such a hater because
wait. I'm time out. You said what? You were what?
Hello, naturally, this is a given. I was a hater, right? Because I wanted to be a cheerleader. Okay, and so every time they'd be doing their cheers, I'd be in the stands mocking them. Not nice.
Brutal.
But you know what? That's why I tell people till today when someone does that to you, it's because they really want to be. I'm telling people that's the jerk I was, and I tell people look, they want to be you. Okay. So when people are nice, something about you rubs them. Okay, they want that. They want it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
where my niece and my daughter go to college U of A. My niece is a cheerleader for U of A, and when we went to watch one of their football games last year, every time the team scores, they have to grab this huge flag, and the whole team has to sprint down the field to the end zone as fast as they can. They have to get there before the team sets up to kick the extra point after the touchdown or whatever. And when we went to visit them, my niece brought another cheerleader to hang out with our family, and he was this dude who, he's one of the bases that holds the girls up or whatever the case, and he's a little thicker, but I mean in shape. I mean strong guy, and he was kind of like worried about how much running they were going to have to do during the games because in high school, I guess he didn't really have to do it like that or whatever. And so he was like, I'm really nervous because I'm the one that has to hold the flag, and that thing weighs like 100 pounds, and you really have to like ride with it properly.
And you got to like wave that thing like that.
Yes, you're waving it.
Like,
so we go to the game, and the team scores like 40 points. So they have to run like, oh my God, 7, 8, 9 times. We see them doing this run down the field, and by the last one, the poor guy that we had hung out with before the game with the flag.
Don't tell me he threw up.
No.
Okay.
The flag went from being the very first thing down the field to being the last thing down the field really late. And the poor flag was like it was like all over the place. It was like almost too heavy to hold anymore. Dude, I've never felt so bad for a person in my life because I had just talked to him and he was like, my nightmare is we scored too many touchdowns and I'm carrying the flag, and I was just watching it play out for him.
You don't want to be part of the successful football program. You're like, I'd like to cheerlead for a program that's not doing very well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, can they not score 40 points a game? Because that's not what I'm talking about, dude.
I'm not trying to be walking, running up and down all day.
Wait, you're near U of A, you're near ASU now.
By the way, I do also want to point out, as mean as I sounded by mocking the cheerleaders, thank you for someone who did point out that some of the mean girls were definitely in cheer, and some of the girls just thought they were the cream of the crop, and it was like, calm down, sisters.
That's true. Our high school cheer squad was very good, and so they were a little uppity. Actually, Stephanie was in our high school, right?
I think that's the commentary of it.
You guys are a little uppity.
I will take pride in knowing that when I bullied the bullies. Okay.
Oh, really?
I made sure everyone who thought they were so badass were gonna get a little bit of humble pie via Tati. Okay, that's what I just want because I know people right now are like, damn, Tati, you're mean. I wasn't cool or cute or anything. Okay.
But you were prom queen.
I did win for prom queen because you know why? I was
something to somebody.
I was the representative of everything that everyone talks smack about. So it's a little different. Just a little bit. I was the underdog. That's all. Nothing. There's a droopy flagpole. Nick went to U of A, by the way, so he knows what a droopy.
And a friend of Thor's. So
yeah, and a friend of Thor's. Yeah, make sure you put that. Nick, that's going to be your thing now. You're guilty by association and sense of humor.
Top 10 in the nation. I remember, you know what I remember about girls from our school going to the Florida trip? I never wanted to date a girl on the cheerleading team because I was always afraid she was going to leave for a week and forget all about me. because they always would go to Florida every year for a week. And I was like, I'm not dating those girls. I'm going to go to Florida, meet some guy out there. And here I am just sitting back going to math 6 with Mr. Harris here at OG. I'm going to like me anymore. Like, was so stupid.
I remember cheerleaders would meet so many, like cheerleaders, and I grew up on an island, so it's smaller, but cheerleaders would be able to know everyone else from other schools, whereas we didn't, because cheerleaders, it's not like you just play against them and you could play. Right. Cheerleaders did the cutest things with each other, where they would like exchange embroidery patches, and they like, hey girl, and it was very like women's empowerment. We love the other cheerleaders, but we compete, but we love them. And I remember being like, dang, they're so stupid.
We weren't like that at all.
Oh, you were competitive? Oh.
We weren't competitive, and we always did the thing where we'd go over to the away team's side and like cheer with them, and then invite them over to our side and stuff like that. Cheer in my school, because I went to Coronado, cheer didn't start to get real serious. It was until my first year we had somebody come in, and he like had a background cheering, coaching, was a part of like UCA and all of that. So he was the one that kind of like ramped up the cheer program for our school. So we were kind of like the first few years of it actually being pretty legit. So we didn't compete or anything like that. I did do an all-star squad though, but we didn't compete.
Okay, all-star squad.
Wow.
That means that they pick like 1 or 2 from each school to be part of like a big representing area, right?
No.
Oh.
So there's all-stars, like different all-star teams. It's kind of, I guess, how you kind of like would do how there's like a basketball team at the school, and then there's like a club basketball team. It's kind of like a club cheerleading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's what Sav did, was something like that. And so you have to try out to make that. And I was on one team. They were, but then I was on, there's a group here. They were Champion Outlaws, and I got to do Champion Outlaws' collegiate squad. And that's when I almost broke my cheek. So.
I like learning this stuff about cheerleaders because I secretly wanted to be one. So I didn't know that there was like club cheerleading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all-star cheer squads. Yeah, they were fun. It was a good time.
And it's just like all that travel baseball. I mean, they're out of town all the time doing competitions all over the place, and it's kind of like dance too. Like the same. Yeah. You know how dance, like big dance things. They have big dance recitals all over the U.S. And you can, if you're a part of a dance team, you know they'll take you everywhere. It's kind of the same vibe. It's all that money, guys. It's all that racket.
I was going to say, that's why I didn't know about all that stuff.
Hey, Shelly, Jared has actually a very good question. I think it's for you.
Jared, here's the funny thing about Jared talking about how he dominated the battle yesterday. If you dominated the battle, there wouldn't have had to be a tiebreaker. Just saying.
Dang.
Just saying.
Getting really touchy in here. It doesn't work when I do it, but I'm going to do it anyway with you, Jesse.
If you had dominated, you would have won me. You would have won 2-0. That's it. That's all I can say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
All right. Well, guys, this was what I like to call fun. And I will I'd love to chit chat with you guys next week.
It's just weird when I come out from underneath a table.
You say you farted?
Did I fart? What?
No, I thought you said you just farted coming out from under the table.
No.
Okay.
Either way, the rivalry between Shelly and Jared is just heating up. So join us for more of this.
That's like an excuse.
Thank you, Nick White. Someone finally guessed my hat. Thank you, Nick White.
Yes, SpongeBob. World domination. Yay.
Have a great weekend, friends. We'll talk to you next week.
What is Plankton from?
Where's what?
From SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.